A massive cargo ship vanished without a trace in the open sea. No distress signal, no wreckage, nothing left behind. For months, the MV Horizon, a colossal vessel over 250 m long and loaded with thousands of containers, had been on a routine voyage from Singapore to Durban when it inexplicably disappeared. For weeks, authorities scoured the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean using helicopters, drones, and satellites. But it was as if the ocean had swallowed the ship whole. Then, in a twist that defied all logic, the ship reappeared hundreds of miles inland in the middle of a desolate desert. What investigators found inside the vessel left experts baffled and forever altered the course of maritime mystery. The MV Horizon was renowned for its reliability and performance. It had sailed countless times on the well-traveled route from the busy ports of Singapore to the harbor of Durban. On that ill-fated journey, everything had seemed normal. Passengers, cargo, and crew alike had trusted the vessel to transport goods safely across turbulent seas. The ship carried a vast array of cargo containers filled with everyday items such as electronics, textiles, and food supplies, a routine testament to modern engineering and the global network of maritime trade. Yet on one seemingly ordinary day, all communication with the ship was abruptly lost. Air traffic control reported that the MV Horizon had vanished from radar without any warning or distress signals. It was as if, in an instant, the ship and its entire crew had been erased from existence. In the ensuing months, search and rescue teams combed the ocean floor and monitored satellite feeds, but their efforts yielded nothing. The mystery of the vanishing vessel became another unsolved puzzle of the CA. Tragic enigma destined to fade into maritime folklore. Families of crew members mourned in silence, and investigators were left with a haunting question. How could a ship disappear without a trace? Then, nearly 6 months later, a report emerged from an unexpected quarter in the heart of the Aral Desert, a barren, wind-swept expanse where the notion of a ship was laughable. Local residents began reporting sightings of a massive vessel stranded in the sand. At first, authorities dismissed the claims as pranks or misunderstandings. Could a cargo ship built for the open sea appear in the middle of a desert, hundreds of miles from any coastline? But satellite images soon confirmed the impossible. There, in the midst of an endless sea of sand, stood the MV Horizon, intact and eerily marooned. Investigators rushed to the remote location, and when they arrived, the scene was surreal. The ship's hull, gleaming under the harsh desert sun, stood silent and imposing against the barren landscape. There were no visible signs of damage from collision or grounding. The massive vessel and its thousands of containers appeared undisturbed. Yet what the authorities discovered upon boarding the ship was even more chilling. The interior of the MV Horizon was like a time capsule. The crew's personal belongings were scattered around as though they had been in the midst of their daily routines, only moments before disappearing. Clothes neatly arranged, food left half-eaten, even half-empty cups of coffee sitting on tables. There were no signs of struggle, no distress calls recorded on the ship's logs, and no evidence to explain the sudden, inexplicable disappearance of the entire crew. The real mystery, however, lay in the cargo. According to the ship's manifest, the containers were supposed to be filled with ordinary goods. Yet when investigators began opening some of the containers, they found items that defied explanation. Instead of electronics and textiles, the cargo held strange, unidentifiable material substances that were organic in texture but possessed a metallic sheen. These materials emitted a faint, unsettling hum when touched, as though they vibrated with an energy not of this world. Samples were taken for analysis, yet no laboratory could determine their origin or purpose. The materials seemed completely alien, prompting theories that they might be remnants of experimental technology or even evidence of extraterrestrial influence, adding another layer to the mystery. Cryptic symbols were discovered, etched into the walls of the ship's crew quarters. Unlike typical markings or graffiti left by crew members, these carvings were ritualistic in nature, their meaning indecipherable, even to experts in ancient languages and symbology. Some theorists speculated that the symbols might have been warnings messages left by the crew in anticipation of disaster. Others suggested they could be coded instructions related to the ship's cargo, hints of secretive experiments, or even the result of a bizarre phenomenon that had affected the vessel during its disappearance. The symbols only deepened the enigma, fueling wild speculation and further complicating an already perplexing case. As investigators delved deeper into the MV Horizon's mysteries, an unsettling atmosphere began to permeate the ship. Many who boarded reported feeling as though they were being watched by unseen eyes. Some experienced sudden, severe headaches and vivid hallucinations, while a few even claimed to hear disembodied whispers emanating from deep within the ship's hull. Despite thorough searches, no logical source for these phenomena could be found. The crew's personal belongings, the strange cargo, and the cryptic symbols all contributed to an overwhelming sense of dread that hung over the ship like a dark cloud. In the wake of the ship's reappearance, theories about its fate proliferated. Some experts argued that the MV Horizon had encountered a freak natural event-a-rogue wave, or an electromagnetic anomaly that had somehow teleported it from the ocean to the desert. Others ventured far more outlandish explanations, suggesting that the ship might have passed through a portal to another dimension or been the subject of a clandestine extraterrestrial experiment. Rumors circulated that hidden among the legitimate cargo were classified materials or dangerous substances that had triggered a catastrophic event, causing the vessel and its crew to vanish, only to reappear in an impossible location. Despite these speculations, no definitive explanation emerged, and the mystery of the MV Horizon remained unsolved. The case soon captured the imagination of the public. Conspiracy theorists, paranormal enthusiasts, and scientists alike debated the phenomenon. Documentaries were produced, articles published, and online forums buzzed with heated discussions. For many, the story of the MV Horizon was more than just a maritime mystery, was a symbol of the inexplicable power of nature, and a reminder that the world still holds secrets that defy our understanding. Authorities eventually dismantled the ship and transported its cargo out of the desert, but the fate of the crew and the true nature of the ship's mysterious journey continued to haunt investigators. The legacy of the MV Horizon became a modern maritime legenda story of a vessel that had vanished from the open sea without a trace, only to reappear hundreds of miles inland, its secrets intact and its mysteries unsolved. Its reappearance in the heart of the desert challenged every conventional law of physics and navigation, leaving experts to wonder if the ship had been subjected to forces beyond human comprehension. As the years passed, the strange case of the MV Horizon remained a subject of fascination and debate. While some dismissed it as a well-crafted urban legend, others held on to the possibility that the incident was a genuine Anomalia freak occurrence that defied logic and science. Theories ranged from temporal displacement and spatial rifts to government cover-ups and extraterrestrial experiments. No matter how one viewed it, the story of the MV Horizon stood as a haunting reminder of the vast, unpredictable forces that govern our world, and the deep mysteries that lie both beneath the waves and beyond the horizon. In the end, the enigmatic fate of the MV Horizon serves as a powerful metaphor for the unknown. The cargo ship, which once carried thousands of containers filled with ordinary goods, became a vessel of secrets, strange cargo, and the eerie silence of its reappearance in the desert, a testament to nature's unfathomable mysteries. Although investigators have yet to provide a conclusive explanation for the ship's disappearance and reappearance, the legacy of the MV Horizon endures in the questions it raises about the limits of human knowledge and the hidden forces that shape our world. The story continues to captivate those who seek answers to the unexplained every new theory. Every piece of evidence examined brings us a step closer to understanding the inexplicable. Until definitive answers are found, the MV Horizon will remain a symbol of the eternal dance between mystery and discovery, a reminder that sometimes the ocean does not simply yield its secrets easily, and that even the most routine journeys can end in wonder, terror, and the inexplicable.